Hey guys, Explorer One here. Today I've put out a lot of videos. I've been working on what I wanted to be the most important video that I've put out in a while, and it's the Mr. Robot season finale decode. But for some reason I'm getting all types of problems like with malware and just all types of stuff. So I'm going to put this together as best I can given what I've been going through today. And then I will call on Angel White or one of my other brothers to maybe do a different version or actual animated version that shows the film clips, but you're still going to get a lot out of this. I mean, there's just crazy stuff in here, and I'm going to do a follow-up to this too, just in case I'm able to get everything going. But you're gonna like what you see here if you haven't already seen some of the stuff. So the episode is littered with symbolism about the coming collapse. It's about his group F Society, which is sort of a play on Anonymous, that ends up hacking the banking system and causing the banking system to collapse. However, there's a lot more going on than that. I believe that the collapse and the outages that they refer to have to do with the power outages that we've been talking about. And so it's sort of like a metaphor or their version of talking about the events that may be coming up soon. So there's a lot of little 923 things throughout the movie, but what I'm going to show you are the important ones that go along with what they're talking about at the same time. So here's just a quick one I'll show you. This sign, you can't see the whole thing, but it's tickets. It's tickets and tickets, right? But the T and the K are not lit in the sign. So it's just ICETs. So I think this is referring to possibly some sort of alien aspect to things, or this could be nothing. But let's move on to the good stuff. So the main character, Elliot, sits back in his chair and watches what is unfolding from the hack that he did with his group F Society. And the narration says, sit back and enjoy the beautiful carnage. And so they show a bunch of headlines. Okay, so you have headlines that say system outages, and then it shows this world economy unprecedented. They talk about global collapse, but they're referring to the banking system. But again, I think that this has to do with the power, in my opinion. But even if you don't want to look at it from that aspect, it's still interesting, right? So what my spin on this, that I don't think, or maybe some other people are, is that China is playing a huge role in the storyline of this particular thing. Okay, so spoiler alert, at the very end of the episode, and again, I couldn't get, all of my research got destroyed, so I'm doing it the best that I can. But at the end of the episode, after the entire thing is over, if you watch after the credits, there's a hidden scene afterwards. And what it shows is that the hacker group, the Asian hacker group that assisted F Society in bringing down everything, actually is part of what you could call the Illuminati. So it's revealed that the main hacker that is the Chinese hacker, okay, is actually working in conjunction with the main bad guys of the story, which is Evil Corp. So what I believe this means is that they are hinting that whatever, again, not predicting something specific, but if something happens, I think China is playing a role in what may be happening in September. Okay, and I'll get to what I mean here. Boom. Okay, you got your obvious 239, but you also have 269. Here's what I think, and just to make sure that that they're talking about the same thing, they show you 322, skull and bones, so you know that this is important. This is the Chinese stock market. So they chose out of all the markets to make sure that you understand that it has to do with China. Then they showed the Hang Seng Index, and they're saying from 923 to 926 is the global chaos. Now you could say 2 4s, 44, I don't know about that part, but this is what's important, and this goes back to my other video on the Chinese food fortune cookie that I opened that had 923 to 926 on it. Now are you understanding the hints and clues that I believe the Holy Spirit is giving to me? So I got the fortune cookie before I saw this episode. I didn't know what it meant. I took a picture of it, and then I caught this, which is saying from September 23rd to September 26th is the collapse, or that's what they're alluding to in this. Is it really going to happen? I don't know, but I'm showing you what I am seeing, and then also, again, remember the fortune cookie, okay? If I have to get it up, I will. See, this is the video that I put out earlier today, and this is the Chinese food takeout fortune cookie that I got just the other day that has the 9/11 for the first event, and then the next thing is going to be the 9/23 to 9/26, or you can even do 9/26, 9/23. It does it forwards and reverse, okay? So anyways, let's go back to Mr. Robot. Again, he says, watch the beautiful carnage. And then he says, they're forging a new world. Okay, so that should be the clues for you. Now, after that, then they show all the world leaders to let you know who's in on it. Okay, he's given the thumbs up. There's your Biden vice president. Then they show martial law. They show everything like basically in order. The event, everyone that's involved, and then martial law. Okay? And of course, they immediately showed Obama to let you know who was doing it. Okay? So they did that in that order on purpose to let you know. Now, let's go on to something else that you may or may not agree with me on, but I'm going to add this in here, something that stuck out to me that happened the other day. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, this is Face Like the Sun. You probably know his channel. If not, go over and subscribe to him. He's awesome. Let me explain how this ties into the Mr. Robot stuff, okay? On Friday, there was this Atlas V, allegedly, rocket launch that occurred. And I'm going to add my personal spin on this. Okay, before I saw any of the videos, I'm in Florida. Okay, I lived in Orlando for almost 25 years, 24 years. Now I live, in the Gulf Coast area. But I just moved here a year ago. Before that, I was in Orlando for 25 years. So when you live in Orlando, a lot of the people during the day when there's a launch, people will stop what they're doing. They'll pull over on the side of the road and look into the sky. It's just something that's different about that area because there are so many easy ways to see when they launch a rocket or a shuttle. People will stop work for a minute and go outside. It's just something that's different about that area. A lot of us also would go to the Cape or to Titusville to watch the launches. So I've seen over the course of 25 years probably 15 to 20 different rocket and shuttle launches, and the shuttle launches on a rocket, so they're all pretty much rocket launches of some type. Okay, now on Friday morning when I was dropping off my son, there was an advertisement on the radio where it was they were talking about the news. Okay, and so the news lady on Fox News or whatever says, it's not a UFO, it's not a bird, it's not a plane, it's not Superman. No, if you saw something strange in the sky, don't be worried. It was just a military satellite on an Atlas V launch. And so I'm just thinking, wow, what a weird thing. They never have to tell us not to worry about rocket launches because we all know what rocket launches look like around here. It's just par for the course. It's normal. So that struck me as odd. Then I get home and I start looking on YouTube, and everybody's posting all these videos of the rocket launch, and it looks like this. I mean, I have never ever seen an Atlas V rocket launch. Like I said, I've seen a ton that look like that. Okay, that and the videos that they link to that are from people in Orlando that are like, whoa, what is that? They can't figure out what it is, yet they live in the area. So what does this have to do with Mr. Robot? Well, it's not a UFO, that's for sure. But you know what it does look like? It looks like this. It looks like this Again, they say UFO, but no, this was from China, and I guarantee you this was a weapons test. Okay, this was a missile weapons test. Okay, so why is this important? Because I just have a feeling that what we witnessed in Orlando was the same thing as this, some type of missile, like a weapon, not a rocket that goes into space for satellites, but some type of weapons test, and it looked just like this Chinese, what I believe to be a missile launch. Okay, again, here it is. Okay, so what am I getting at here with the whole theory? I'll break it down for you. Okay, so Mr. Robot is basically saying, again, at the very end of it, that the Chinese are in on it. Okay, that they're part of it. The last line that they play as it's wrapping up is the Asian man who runs the hacker group that is actually involved with Evil Corp. He's listening to a song being played, and he says it's the same song that Nero listened to when he watched Rome burn. Okay, if you don't understand what that means, America, USA is the next Roman Empire. That's what we are. So that's what they're alluding to, that the Chinese are involved in some aspect with some sort of false flag or something, some kind of new 9/11 or something like that, that takes place during these dates. I mean, that's what they seem to be alluding to, in my opinion. And as you know, we've had all these chemical plants in China that keep blowing up, and that seems like a precursor to me. It seems like that's and then also this launch right here. It's like they're flexing their muscles, and we may actually be involved in some type of conflict that they're not even really admitting to yet, because for political reasons. Okay, so again, I found that the Mr. Robot references with the Chinese stock market, Skull and Bones, letting you know that China's in with Skull and Bones. They're together. The way that the episode ends, the dates 9/23 to 9/26, and then all of the events that have been happening with China. If you put all that information together, it's pretty incredible. So I just wanted to share this video. I know it's not as well put together as I'd like it to be. If somebody else wants to take a whack at it, by all means, go for it. But I just want to put this out there for you guys. And thanks for watching. And please put your faith in Jesus.